about hair, doll hair specifically, of course. What I use for conditioning synthetic hair is this Express Locks Revitalizing Leave-In Conditioner. I get it at Sally's, which is open to the public. I do not have access to stylists' different products, so I go to where the public can go. So this is what I use. For brushing hair, I use this Super Looper. That's what it's called, the original Super Looper, smashing name, for actually brushing the hair. There's lots of people out there that say don't use plastic, don't use wire, don't use this, don't use that. Honestly, as long as you don't brush your doll's hair dry, you should be okay. Always brush your hair's doll. Brush your hair's doll. Brush your doll's hair. There we go. Damp. Something else I use, which none of this is anything that I came up with on my own. This all came before me. Everything I am telling you was taught to me, so none of this is original. Keep that in mind. I use African Royale Braid and Extension Sheen Spray, Braid Spray. You can find it in the ethnic section of your grocery store. That is also, you can find it where you go and find weave, wigs, and other synthetic hair stores. Please always use products for synthetic hair. This is not real hair. Please do not use products made for human hair. It will eventually mess it up. There are people on both sides of the debate. I prefer to use products made for what the products are used for. This is a type of synthetic wig hair. Therefore, I'm going to use products made for the care of that particular product. I also use, for times when it's really bad, leave-in conditioning cream. This is also for frizzy, professional Remy hair extension care. Remy is a type of hair extension that I use for doll hair. And for cleaning doll hair, you'll see that I have marked on here dolls only to make sure none of my children use this in their hair because they have real hair. Texture cleanser for what? Synthetic hair. Right there. Ta-da! Synthetic hair. Always look for that. If you don't know, ask the lady at the counter. Say, I am looking for something to cleanse, style, condition, synthetic hair. And they will be able to take you right to it. So, there is my soapbox for the day. And also, another thing, a lot of people talk about Downy Dunks, Downy fabric softener in a squirt bottle with a little bit of water added to it. Downy is used for washing clothes. I understand that. I don't suggest it. I have actually bought dolls that have had Downy used in them before, whether fragrance-free or not fragrance-free. People get it in the scalp of it. They don't get it out. It molds. It gets into the scalp. It gets into the rooted area, and it molds. It's gross. And I just don't suggest it because it's not made for taking care of this synthetic hair. Okay, I'm done. So, please do not leave hate comments on the website because we're not about hate, we're about love, and I'm just giving you my honest opinion because I have seen it happen, and when you see it happen, you know what you're talking about. So I just sprayed in this Express Locks. Now, this is an Ariel, Disney Ariel. She has this weird feeling 2010 Disney doll. You can see the marking on the back of her neck, right there. And she has this silky, lovely, wavy hair. Now, when you are brushing a doll's hair, you do not want to take it and pull. No, please don't do that. I see people do that all the time, and that's what's causing frizziness. She has wavy hair, okay? And you don't want to make it frizzy. So I'm going to get the Express Locks. I'm going to spray some in. I'm going to make it damp. Just a little bit. You don't have to go crazy. I'm just going to go here. Just gently. Okay. You're just going to do this section by section. I even got too big of a section there. Now, some of it's going to come out, yes, because it just does. It's doll hair. This particular doll is rooted. What is rooted? What is wigged? Rooted is when there are tiny little holes inside the actual scalp of the doll, and it does not come out. There's no way to take the entire hair piece off. That is rooted. She has roots. It is very similar to the way that our hair is done, but it's stuck on there. So anyway, so you have this. You already see that it's looking good already. So when you go through this whole head of hair, and I'm really used to doing this now, so I know how to be super gentle. I'm going to go through. My assistant has a doll just like this, and I don't know how many times I have brushed our Ariel's hair. See, I've divided it down here, and this is what you're going to want to do when you're going section by section. See, I'm very gentle. I'm not pulling. When you have a doll with wavy hair, it's really best not to brush it, but when it gets to the point of like the way that Ariel's is, you have to do something to it. So you're seeing it's frizzing a little bit because I'm brushing the waves. And she's got some tangles here at the bottom. Work through the hair. So you're going to be able to smooth through that. Now, we're going to work all the way through the head like that. You're eventually going to get back to the top. And her hair is going to be nice and lovely and beautiful. Now, you want to put wave back in her hair. But what do? All right. What I like to do to put wave back in a wavy haired doll is get a good old-fashioned roller. Now, gotta make sure it's damp. Get these sections. Now this is how you're gonna restore this doll back to its original beauty. Now you could do this two ways. If you don't want to go through and do this section by section with the rollers, you could go back underneath, and as you're brushing it, do the waves like this, and just do the finger curls like that. When it dries, there'll be curls like that. Okay? So after you brush it, there'll be no tangles. But I like to take my time and do things like this because it's smoother. Just take that all the way to the end. And you can find these at any store known to man for like 99 cents a pack. So you roll it, that, take it, snap it in place, and you leave it till it dries. And once it dries, you can take it out. And the way you take it out, after it dries, unsnap it, and you don't just pull it. And I want to go with the curl. You go with the spiral. When it dries, it'll be curly like that all over. There'll be more of a spiral though because it'll be dried. So that's how you condition a doll's hair. Now if a doll is super dry, you're going to want to use the braid spray. A little bit goes a long way. You just, for an entire head of hair like this, when you divide it, you're only going to want to do maybe 2 squirts per layer because it's super duper conditions in it. Now, this does have a smell to it. It smells like coconut. Smell your products before you buy them. If you don't like the smell of them, don't buy them. Give them the sniff test because that is what your doll hair is going to look, no, not look like, smell like. This smells like coconut. This smells just like a shampoo-ish conditioner. Okay? This also smells like a shampoo-ish conditioner. This smells just like shampoo. Okay? I'm not getting paid by any of these companies at all. This is just what I use. This is what I find at Sally's. Sally's, I'm only saying Sally's name because that is the only place that we have to shop at. That and some of the many places called Hair World that we have. Every hair extension place seems to be called Hair World, and they're not owned by the same people. So that's that. So I hope you enjoyed the tutorial, and happy hair reconditioning, and we hope you have a fantastic day.